Hey there, this is Erica from Highland Hickory Designs. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm back with another stitch combination stitch tutorial. So I found this pattern that creates the most beautiful feminine stitches. I'm just amazed with it. I would love to make a blanket, or as a scarf would be so pretty. Maybe something with fringe. Even a wrap would be really nice. But wouldn't this make a beautiful baby blanket as well? This is the front. This is what the back looks like. And here it is if you turned it on its side. And in today's tutorial video, we're using Yarn Bee Soft Secret in Ivory. And it is a size 4 medium weight yarn. I got this at Hobby Lobby. And an H5mm crochet hook. But you can use any size yarn that you wish. Just use whatever size hook is listed or recommended on your yarn packaging. So you could create this into anything you want. Just use a starting chain with a multiple of 6 plus 2. And the written instructions are in the description box below if you're interested in seeing those. Let's get started. Now, if at any time I go too fast or too slow, there are instructions in the description box below where you can speed up or slow down any videos. So for the sake of time, we're just going to make a small swatch just to show you how the stitches are done. And we're going to start out with a multiple of 6 for 18 plus 2 for 20. So 20 chains to start. Also, I'll have each row timestamps in the description box below, so if you need to, you can jump to any row that you're unsure of and get there instantly without having to scroll through the entire video. Let's start row 1. Row 1. In the second chain from the hook, we're going to single crochet. Chain 2, skip 2 chains, double crochet in the next chain. Chain 2, skip 2 chains, single crochet in the next chain. Here's where we'll start our repeat. Chain 2, skip 2 chains, double crochet in the next chain, chain 2, skip 2 chains, single crochet in the next chain, and repeat again. Chain 2, skip 2 chains, double crochet in the next chain, chain 2, skip 2 chains, and single crochet in the last chain. That's row 1. For row 2, we're going to chain 3, and this will count as a double crochet. Turn your work, skip the chain 2 space, and we're going to work a series of stitches into this next stitch. We're going to work a cluster stitch, chain 3, and then another cluster stitch, all in the same stitch. So for the cluster stitch, you'll yarn over, insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull back through, yarn over, draw through 2 loops, almost like you're going to complete a double crochet, but you don't finish, you just leave the 2 loops on. Yarn over, insert your hook back into the same stitch, yarn over, draw through, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. Now you have 3. And we'll do that one more time. Yarn over, insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull back through, yarn over, draw through 2 loops. Now you have 4. Yarn over and draw through all 4 loops, and that is a cluster stitch. Chain 3, and then we're going to work the cluster stitch one more time in the same stitch. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull back through, yarn over, draw through 2 loops, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull back through, yarn over, draw through 2 loops, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull back through, yarn over, draw through 2 loops, yarn over, draw through 4 loops. From here, we're going to skip the chain 2 space and work a double crochet in this single crochet from the previous row. Then we repeat. So we'll do another cluster, chain 3, cluster, skip the chain 2 space, work our cluster, chain 3, cluster into this next stitch. Chain 3, one more cluster, skip the chain 2 space, double crochet in the next stitch, skip the chain 2 space, and now we're going to cluster, chain 3, cluster again. One, 2, 3. And for the last stitch, just a double crochet. Here is row 2. For row 3, chain 5, turn your work, and this counts as a double crochet, chain 2. Now we're going to skip this first cluster stitch and work a single crochet in the chain 3 space. Chain 2, double crochet. We're going to skip the cluster stitch again, double crochet in this next stitch, chain 2, skip the cluster, we're going to single crochet in the chain 3 space, and we're going to repeat that across, chain 2, skip the cluster, double crochet in the next stitch, chain 2, skip the cluster, single crochet in the chain 3 space, chain 2, skip the cluster, and we're going to, for the last stitch, this is the chain 3 from the previous row, we're going to just double crochet in the top of this chain 3. And that is row 3. For row 4, you're going to chain 5. This also counts as a double crochet, chain 2. And for this one, we're going to do another row of the cluster stitches, but we're staggering them, so we're going to stick our first cluster stitch in this same first stitch. Draw through 4 loops. So now we have a double crochet, chain 2, cluster. Skip the chain 2 space, double crochet in the first stitch, skip the chain 2 space, and now we're going to work a cluster, chain 3 cluster in the top of this stitch. One, 2, 3 chains. Skip the chain 2 space, double crochet, skip the chain 2 space, cluster, chain 3 cluster again, one, 2, 3, another cluster, skip the chain 2 space, double crochet, and for our last set of stitches we're going to work a cluster, chain 2, and a double crochet. So this was a chain 5. We're going to skip 2 chains, and in the 3rd chain is where we will work our cluster, chain 2, and double crochet all in the same stitch. That's row 4. For row 5, we're going to chain 1, turn our work, single crochet in this first stitch, chain 2, skip this space, chain 2 space, skip the cluster stitch, and in this next stitch double crochet, chain 2, skip this cluster, single crochet in the chain 3 space, chain 2, skip the cluster, double crochet in the next stitch, chain 2, single crochet in the chain 3 space, chain 2, double crochet in the next stitch after skipping the cluster, chain 2, and all we have left is this chain 5 here. So we're going to skip the cluster, skip 2 chains, and in the 3rd chain single crochet. Whoops. And that is row 5. This is the back. This is the front. And you can see how the cluster stitches are staggered. And that's it for the pattern. It is a 4-row repeat. So you would just have to repeat row 2, 3, 4, and 5 to your desired length. And you will get this beautiful feminine fabric. Breathable, lacy, so nice. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorites. Well, thank you so much for watching my video. I really appreciate it. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.